Welcome to online science class. Today I am going to discuss with you the point like different states of matter. And at the end of today's class, you will learn about solid, liquid, gas and their properties. Let's start our class. Okay. When we look around us, you can see lots of things around us, right? Why they look different? Do you know why? Because matter exists in different forms. How the matter exists in? Matter exists in 5 different forms. They are solid, liquid, gas, plasma and Bose-Einstein condensate. But we are giving importance only to the 3 states of matter: solid, liquid, gas. The 5 phases of matter. There are 4 natural states of matter: solids, liquids, gases and plasma. The 5th state is the man-made Bose-Einstein condensates. In 1920, Indian physicist Satyendranath Bose had done some calculations for a 5th state of matter. Building on his calculations, Albert Einstein predicted a new state of matter, the Bose-Einstein condensate, BEC. Before starting the comparison between solid, liquid and gas, let me introduce them words like intermolecular space, intermolecular force and intermolecular force of attraction. First one, intermolecular space. Intermolecular space is the distance between the molecules, or intermolecular space is the distance between or space between the particles. Intermolecular space is the space between the particles. Intermolecular force is the force between the particles. Intermolecular force is the force between the particles. And intermolecular force of attraction. Particles attract each other. So this force of attraction between the particle is known as intermolecular force of attraction. The attraction between the particles, that is intermolecular force of attraction. Let's compare the properties of solid, liquid and gas. First we can start with their shape. For that, I'll show you some materials. Like you can see one marker in my hand, a bottle with water, then a balloon. Okay, so 3 states of matter: marker, solid, liquid and gas. Compare their shapes. Can you say the shape of these 3 objects? What about the shape of marker? Marker, we can say it as cylindrical shape, right? And what about in these 2 cases? A bottle of water and a balloon. Can you give any shape for this? Which means liquid and gas do not have a shape. They take the shape of the container. So if I ask you which is the shape of the bottle of water, you can say the shape of the water inside the bottle is the shape of the bottle. Right. So which means gas and liquids take the shape of the container. So in case of balloon, the shape of the air inside the balloon is the shape of the balloon. Right. So liquid and gas takes the shape of the container. If this water in a beaker, the shape of that liquid is the shape of the beaker. If the air in any cycle tube or any other object, their shapes. So liquid and gas take the shape of the container. But in case of solids, they have fixed the shape. So that is the first point of our comparison, shape. What about solid? Solid have fixed shape and liquid and gas do not have a fixed shape. They take the shape of the container. Clear? Solid have fixed shape and liquid and gas take the shape of the container. And next one, fixed volume. Solid have a fixed volume.
Like, we can express that, volume in a fixed amount, like this much kg or this much liter. We can express that. Same in case of liquid. Liquid also have fixed volume. But in case of gas, gases do not have a fixed volume. Solid and liquid have fixed volume. We can give a correct amount for this solid and liquid. For example, this much kg or this much liter, etc. Right? And in case of liquid also, this much liter or milliliter. Can we say such type of measurements in case of gases? No. Why? Because they do not have fixed volume. Solid and liquid have fixed volume, but gases do not have fixed volume. Then next we can discuss about the boundaries. Solid have a fixed shape, right? So if you draw a picture of a solid, you can give a correct boundary for a solid object, right? Correct boundary. Is it possible in case of liquid and gas? Can we give a correct boundary for them? No. They are taking the shape of the container which it occupies, right? So they do not have a shape already, right? That means they do not have a fixed boundary, but solids have rigid and fixed boundaries, and liquid and gases do not have fixed boundaries. Okay, then next one, flowing. Now we are going to compare, the ability to flow. Ability to flow. Okay, there, I need to tell you one thing. Flowing objects are fluids. What are fluids? Fluids have the ability to flow. In that way, liquids and gas have the tendency to flow. Why? Because they are fluids. What about in case of solids? Is it flow? No, they cannot flow. Solids cannot flow, but liquid and gas have the ability to flow, or they can flow. Clear? Then we can discuss about the intermolecular force. I told you solids have a fixed shape, which means the particles are fixed arranged, or particles are in a fixed arrangement, or they are well arranged. Suppose if you want to make a wall, we have to arrange the bricks properly, then only we will get the correct wall. That means in order to get a correct shape, first we have to arrange the particles inside that in a proper way. Right? If we arrange it properly, can you see any gaps in between them? No. If the arrangement is not proper, you can see the space. Right? If the arrangement is proper, there will be no gap. That means intermolecular space is very less in solids. Intermolecular space is very less in solids. Why? Because strong or well arrangement. And the intermolecular space comparing with the solids high in liquids. So we are comparing this, right? Okay. So when we compare the solid or liquid, you can see that intermolecular space is more in liquid than the solids. Okay. So when we talk about the gas, gaseous particles are randomly arranged. What it means randomly arranged? No, there is no order here, there. That is random arrangement. In that case, if the particles are arranged randomly, which means there is a gap or more gap between the gaseous particles. So intermolecular space maximum in gas due to the random arrangement, and comparing with the gas, less in solid, less in liquids, then very less in solids. So intermolecular space maximum in gas, then liquid, and very less in solids. Why? Why intermolecular space is very less in solids? That is due to the proper arrangement of the particles. This proper arrangement gives a fixed shape for the solids. Okay. Then we can talk about the intermolecular force. Intermolecular force. Force means what? Intermolecular force means what? The force between the particles. The solid particles are well arranged. That means intermolecular force is greater in solids because the particles are very close. Solid particles are very close. If the solid particles are very close, there is a strong force between these particles and these particles. That means intermolecular force is greater in solids. And when we talk about liquids, that particles are, they are in some gaps. That means force is less than that of solids. When we talk about the gases, the particles are randomly arranged. So there is a great gap between the particles. That means the force is very less. Intermolecular space is greater in solids. Intermolecular space is greater in gases. Right, intermolecular space is greater in gases than liquids than solids. But intermolecular force is greater in solids than liquid than gas. Just opposite. Okay, and what about the attraction? Intermolecular force of attraction is greater in solids because particles are very close, right? So intermolecular force of attraction greater in solids, then comparing with the solids, less in liquid and very less in gas. Okay, then we can discuss about the compressibility. It's a new term. So what it means, compression? Compression means, we can press the particles, we can press. So this is compressing. We can compress. This property is we are using in the, filling air in the cycle tubes. Compressing, compressing. Tell me, which among these, which is more compressible? Solid, liquid or gas? Of course it is gas. Why? In gas, particles are randomly arranged. So by giving the force, we can make these particles close to each other. Right? So that is a process called compression. So compression or compressibility. Which is highly compressible? Gaseous particles are highly compressible. Why? Because the particles are randomly arranged. And the compressibility, comparing with the gas, liquid, less, then very less in solid. Why compressibility is very less in solid? Because already the particles are very close to each other. So compression is very difficult. So gases are highly compressible. This property of the gas is used to fill air in cycle tube. We can do like this. So that air, why you can able to do this action, filling air in the cycle tubes? So that action is compressibility. So gases are highly compressible, then liquid, and very less compressibility for the solids. Okay, and the last point is kinetic energy. What is kinetic energy? Kinetic energy is the energy possessed by the moving object. Then tell me, among these, which will exhibit more kinetic energy? Solid, liquid or gas? Definitely it is gas. Why? Intermolecular force of attraction is very less in gas. So that particles are more free. Right? If the attraction less, particles are more free. If the attraction high, particles are not that much free. In that case, solid particles are, in a strong attractive force because they are not free to move. But gaseous particles are highly, their more gap between the particles and attractive force is less, so that they are free to move. If they are free to move, they acquire kinetic energy. Why? Moving object acquires kinetic energy. That means kinetic energy of the gaseous particles are high than liquid and very less in solids. Okay, so just discuss the points once again. Fixed shape, do not have fixed shape or boundaries, do not have fixed shape. Fixed volume, have fixed volume, do not have fixed volume and no boundaries. Then strong force between the particles means intermolecular force. Then weak force than solids, weak force than liquids. Then these two can flow, and solid incompressible, compressibility is less, then compressible than solids, and highly compressible gas.
Let's summarize today's points. Rigidity and compressibility. Solids, they are rigid and cannot be compressed. Liquids, they are not rigid and can be compressed to a little extent. Gases, they are not rigid at all and can be easily compressed. Shape. Solids, they have definite shape. Liquids, they take the shape of the container. Gases, they have no definite shape. Volume, they have definite volume. Liquids, they have definite volume. Gases, they have no definite volume. Fluidity. Solids, fluid is nil. Fluidity is nil. That is, they cannot flow. Liquids, they are slippery and flow from higher level to lower level. Gases, they flow in all directions. Intermolecular force. Intermolecular force is maximum in solids. Intermolecular force is lesser than solid but greater than gases, liquids. Gases, intermolecular force is minimum. Space. Solids, intermolecular space is least. So liquids, intermolecular space is greater than solids but less than gases. Gases, intermolecular space is maximum.
This is the end of today's class. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.